Hey, everybody. Coach Shanika is here. Okay, back with another video for you guys. First of all, I am so grateful and thankful for all of the reviews and the love that's been shown throughout the books, the courses, the anyone that I've been able to touch from the things that I go over in this market. Thank you for the support. Keep it coming. Okay. As always, hit that like and subscribe button so that you can see what I got going on. The first ones to see it, hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend, share it to a friend. All right. Now, this video that I am making is long awaited. Okay. I am going to give you my thoughts, my suggestion, and my analysis on Bitcoin. Okay. I haven't put out a video for the public since last year. Okay. If you go back to one of my videos last year, I literally talked about Bitcoin when it was almost 70,000. Okay. And I'm one of the ones, and you can quote, but you can look back at my social medias. I'm one of the ones that's first saying Bitcoin was going to do this crash. Okay. Now, if you were in my exclusive community, you saw what I said. We went over it, and my team was able to eat all year off of this crash. Okay. Now, I get all the time. People are asking me, Coach, is it time for me to buy? Is it time for me to buy? I see an impulse coming. Is it time for me to buy? Let me tell you, I have seen gurus, okay, people that people call the goats. They look up to these people, literally blow people's account off of Bitcoin because people are so anxious to get in on this monumental drop and get in on this monumental increase that's going to happen that people are not patient. I told my crew, if we were patient enough to allow it to drop all year and we've got it and we're waiting, then we're going to be patient to see when it is finished. Okay? Because hear me clearly, cryptocurrency, it normally operates on the market flow, but it has its own little thing. So sometimes how we see a regular currency pair is not how crypto goes. Okay. So if you think it's something that's about to hit a low and it's about to continue low because you see it, it could shoot right back up to another zone and take off. Like it has its own way of thinking sometimes. So you cannot just expect that because you see one impulsive candle up that it's time to buy. Hear me when I tell you, and I beg you, don't buy just because you see an impulsive candle. Do your homework on this cryptocurrency. Do your homework on Bitcoin, okay? Study and analyze it before you just get in. Now, what I'm going to do on this video is, again, I am not a financial advisor. I am not, I'm just someone that's been able to learn this market really, really well, teach people, right? Write a few books, get a few courses out there. I've been able to retire. So all I'm doing is sharing my expertise with you guys on what I think. Okay? If I called it the first time and showed you this drop, right? I'm hoping that whatever I see is what you guys will see as well. Okay? So we're going to go over that piece by piece, and I'm going to give you my opinion, okay, on when it is a good time for you to buy. First of all, let me say this. I don't believe that cryptocurrency and Bitcoin is going to be done, right? It may have crashed, okay, or it may have took a huge nosedive is what I should say, right? But I do not believe that it's going to be done over with. It was just a fad, right? Because everything changes. Okay, 15, 20 years ago, you wouldn't have thought about working online. You wouldn't have thought about buying stuff online. You wouldn't have thought about any of these things, making money online, right? But now what? Everything is online. Everything is digital. So of course it would make sense to do digital money, right? So I don't believe that cryptocurrency is over with and done. If you know the market, right, you know that this nosedive that it did, it had to. Nothing goes up forever. I always teach and I always coach like this. Real life into the market, you can be a better investor and trader. None of our lives go straight up. We don't have sunny days all the time. We have rough days. We have rough moments in our lives. Everything don't last forever. So the increase of Bitcoin was not just going to shoot up to 100,000 like some people were saying, and that's that. Everything has to do a dip for a reset, come back stronger. Happens in your life, it happens in this market. Okay? And so cryptocurrency is not subject to that. It is in with that. If something is going way high, like you see up here, literally went to almost 70,000 up here, right? It was going to have to do a nosedive, okay? Now, I'm not going to get into all of the technicals of why it did this nosedive, because that's going to take a little longer for me to explain, because we're going to talk about imbalances, the order blocks, money, different places that the banks and the market movers move. That's a whole nother video. Okay. I am just going to talk about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and what I feel. Now, sometimes you always have to prove the haters wrong that'll say, oh, yeah, right. Coach Shanika didn't talk about Bitcoin during last year of 2021, right? She's just some, new thing on the block. No, I've been here for a while. And just so you can see, right, in my exclusive community, we were talking about this nosedive, okay, when it was way in the 50s and 40s and my people were eating. I'm going to show you a quick little sneak peek of my personal group. Okay, and I'm just doing this just because. Right here. See this date? March 2022. Okay, I put my Bitcoin chart up there. Look at there. Bitcoin was at 45,000 when I put this in that group, and I actually did it way before when it was up here, but this is just one that I found quick, right? And I let them know, listen, break this structure. Come up for a retest, right? This is our first target. 44,000 is our first target, right? So I've been talking about this for a while. Look, Bitcoin is at 40K. I pray it drops to 30. Somebody else say Bitcoin is at a pullback. Okay? Listen, literally, that doggone week, whew, look at those pip count. We went to 22,000, myself and my other coach in our group. Look at there, Bitcoin. Okay? Now listen, just for somebody that says Coach Shanika don't know what she's talking about, look at this trade idea. Bitcoin sell around 38. Okay? I already told them last week before that, 40-something thousand. Now listen, all these TPs hit. Come on now, stop playing with me. I'm not one of them. Okay? Bitcoin is moving in the way I wanted to. Look. Well, that Bitcoin trade finally came around. Listen. Now, I want to take it back down some. Okay? Because somebody else said, did y'all see that Bitcoin drop? Now, we're going through the year right here. You see these dates. One thing about me, I do not lie. Right? I don't lie to the people. I show people, and that's that. Okay? Some of y'all coaches tell y'all stuff and y'all believe it, but they don't have no proof. I'm showing you. Right? The Bitcoin play was fire. Now, listen to one of the people in my group say, hey, coach, could Bitcoin drop all the way to 15 to 16K? Come on, stop playing with us. Okay? Listen, Bitcoin is the most major move, so please watch it this week. Right? Come on now. Like I say, y'all, I ain't saying I'm the best. I'm just saying I'm good. Okay? I'm good. All right, so let's get back to it. So we already saw the crash coming, and I'm going to tell you a few things on why. First of all, like I said, Bitcoin couldn't just go up forever. It was going to have to do a little pullback. It's just that a lot of people didn't expect the massive pullback, okay? The massive pullback. Now, this is why I told my people to sell at this point, okay? You saw the proof. I just said it. I told them to sell at that point. It was because once you get an impulse down, okay, and let me do this so we all can be on the same page. Okay. Once you get an impulse down from the opposite direction. So here, right, we're at the top where Bitcoin was. Okay. And so I said, let me go ahead and see that first impulse down. Well, this is the first impulse down. Mind you, I'm on the weekly time period. Okay. So February 2022 was the first huge impulse down. Okay. So it breaks this little zone here that it was in, right? And so I said, okay, cool. We got a nice impulse down. Let it try to pull back. Okay. If you know anything about the market, it needs to do a retest, right? It needs to redo what it was doing. So I said to my people, let it try to pull back up and see if there's any gas in the tank for it to continue higher. Okay. Let's see if those buyers can rally up, right? Let's see if they can rally up some strength, okay, and buying power and shoot back up. And then we will know if it is indeed time to grab the sell. Okay. And so that's exactly what happened, right? It comes back up and it does a retest. Okay. And at that point, it was what? About March, April, right? Now, this is the weekly time frame. Once I saw that this candle here wicked back down into that zone, and then the next week came and it literally didn't go higher than this, I said it is time to sell. And so I called it out. The team ate, and I have a few people that's actually still in the sell. Okay, over 40,000 worth of pips, and if you times that by $10 a pip, people ate. And all I can say is to God be the glory, because all I did was see it and we called it out. Okay, so fast forward, and now no, Bitcoin is not going away. It's not crashed. It's not nothing. All you have to do is wait and buy at a cheaper price, right? We buy low, okay? I'm sorry, yeah, we buy low, we sell high, right? We don't want to buy at a premium rate up here if we can wait for a discounted rate down here, okay? Now, Bitcoin corrects itself. It comes down, right? We are on a now strong downtrend. How do we know that, Coach? Because it's continuing to make new lows, right? It's continuing to make new lows. So now we're at the point, I didn't even listen, to be honest with you. I really knew that it was going to hit that 30,000 for sure. But I'm gonna just keep it funky with you. I didn't even expect 20s and the 15 and 16. You know, we talked about it earlier in the year about 15 and 16,000 level. One of my OGs in my group, Q, he even asked, he said, I really feel like it's going to 15, 16. We was like, whoa, that is a good prediction. And guess what happened? It literally went there. Now you're saying to yourself, well, is it done? Is the drop done? Okay. A lot of people lost a lot of money when you see these little green up little candles, right? They lost a lot of money trying to buy. Okay. But if a currency pair, if a stock or if a trade is making new highs or new lows and it's continuing to make new lows, you cannot be 100% sure that it is done. It cannot make new lows. If it did, it's not done with the downtrend. Simple. You can tell any coach to come see me if they don't agree. Okay? That's how confident I am on that. All right? Now, currently we at 16,000. Okay? We at 16,000, which is the little orange area that says 16,000. All right? Because this whole area of money has been filled, meaning these new lows are coming to kind of fill this gap that it had in the market. It is one more level, and again, one of my OGs in the group Q said it, that Bitcoin could possibly hit the 13,000 level. Okay, you see I have it marked here. And why do I say that? Well, if I come back in time and I look, and every zone was hit previously, that had these up movements, I come back here and I see this is the 13,000 level is when the whole uptrend of Bitcoin was started. And so to complete this whole retest or pullback or money grab or order block imbalance is really what it is. It can come back to that zone first, okay? And that is why I am not, as a coach, I am not telling my people to buy Bitcoin until we see if it hits that zone first. Okay? I don't believe that Bitcoin is going lower than 13. That's just what I feel. But where should you look to buy is the question that people inbox me at 2, 3 in the morning. People ask me when I'm out and about, and I'm going to give you my opinion. Okay? All I'm saying is, if I'm being kind of correct 98% of the time on this crypto and Bitcoin, then I probably am correct on this. Now, I am not a risky coach that's going to tell you to do something stupid. All right? I'm going to give you the proper risk management zone. Okay? I am not suggesting for anyone that is in my program to buy Bitcoin until it hits that zone that I just marked up, which is, I'll make sure it's in yellow, the 30,000 zone. Okay. And I know you're saying, well, coach, from 16,000 to 30, that's a lot of pips, right? Yes, it is. Okay. But when you have a major move, okay, a monumental move that happens in this market that takes a year or whatever to actually happen, you gotta be sure that it's over. If not, you're going to be one of the ones that got ate alive. Okay, so do you want to be risky and try to grab it at way down there, and you risk your whole life savings and then you're broke? Or would you like a more less risky area that you can hold for a long time? Okay, now the 30,000 area where I marked, that zone to me is a better zone to buy from, because this is where the actual structure broke from. Okay, if you see here, it comes down here previously in 21, it shoots up, makes a new high up here, comes back down here, and then it breaks, and now it continues. So we were not technically in a downtrend on this is the monthly and weekly time frame now. We were not technically in a downtrend on Bitcoin until after it hit that 30 zone. Okay, and so that is a less risky zone to grab your coins and hold them. Okay, now I have a renegade crew in my program that like risky, right? And a lot of you like risky, right? You want to get all instead of get some. So I'm going to give you another zone, okay? Another zone that if it's past it or if it hits it, you might can grab some pips for a buy, okay? And that is going to be, I would say, the 25,000 area, okay? No, I'm not saying down here, because as long as it's making new lows, we're not ready to grab it, okay? The 25,000, that is another zone if you want to risk it to grab some Bitcoin, hold it. Anything else I wouldn't suggest, because studies have shown at this zone is where it kind of stopped and it made a new low, came back up for a retest, made a new low. And so that zone is a little powerful zone as well. Okay. Now, if you try to get in on anything before that and it's still making lows, I promise you, I know you're going to lose your money. Because you can't go higher to the next step on your stairs unless you what? Go to the next higher step. And if you can't go down your stairs to the bottom, if you're still at the top, right? So it got to make new highs or new lows in order for you to get into anything. So make sure you remember I said that. If it's continuing to make new lows, if anybody tell you to buy, don't do it. Don't. Okay? Because they're just going off of an impulse candle and not showing you market structure. Okay? Now, once Bitcoin, or if Bitcoin does drop to the 13, 14,000 zone, I ain't gonna lie to you. A little risky part of me would probably get some Bitcoin and hold it and buy some at the 17. Okay, at the 17,000. I'm just telling you what the risky stuff is, right? I'm just giving you a risky number. Okay, I'll probably say about 18 to be honest, right? That's if Bitcoin does hit the 13,000 and it stops, right? And it's starting to retrace and come back up. Risky is 18. Okay, double risky is 24. Okay, less risk is 31 in those zones. Okay, in those zones. As I said before, this is just my opinion. And all I'm saying is, I was right the last time. So maybe, a little birdie's in my ear and telling me you might be right again. Okay? Now, as it relates to how you can actually buy, you can, of course, go to Coinbase, buy you some Bitcoin at those levels and hold it, right? And allow it to fluctuate. Okay, and then you can do it double times. You can actually go to the foreign exchange market side, go to your brokers, buy Bitcoin at certain areas and hold it, right? Once you get into profit a good bit, move your stop loss in the front of your profit so that you will be in risk-free trades. Okay, that is the goal. Less risk, more money, right? Not more risk, less money. We don't work that way. That's not what we're here for. We're not feeling that, okay? And so if you are looking at Bitcoin and you start to look at the numbers that I say and you see it coming, go back to this video. Make sure you see what I said, right? Make sure no new lows are being created, right? Make sure you see it going higher in those zones before you attempt to even analyze. But if you don't know nothing about the market, you shouldn't be in none of this. Okay, but this is for the market movers, the ones that kind of know a little something and know market structure, right? But after you get into profit, please put your stop loss in front of it because this is Bitcoin, which is a cryptocurrency, meaning it has its own mind. It's a little bipolar sometimes, so you don't want to risk it, okay? But remember, Coach Shanika told you, if it's still making lows, don't buy it, okay? Because it's not ready. All right. Now, I hope you guys got some sort of great insight to what's going on in Bitcoin and what to do. As I said before, this is just my opinion. I am not telling you what to do. I am not telling you when to do it. I'm just showing you what studies have shown, what our analyzing shows, and what could possibly happen in this market. I can't guarantee anything because I am not a billionaire for a market mover. Okay? As always, if you're looking for a program to teach you about investing and trading in the market, stocks, cryptocurrency, binary options, you can hit the links below. Grab a course, grab a book, get a 30-minute free consultation with myself, talk to me personally. All I want to do is help who want to be helped, right? Assist and show you what I've learned in this market, what I teach my people, and hopefully it will bless you as well.